Hello everyone, welcome back. Let me turn this up a bit so I can hear myself a bit. Welcome back to another React video, live stream. Today is the Xbox Games Showcase, where Xbox are showcasing their new Xbox Series X and presumably the final games of Xbox One live. Anyway, so this is an hour-long show, we've been told. Xbox are going to come out swinging, showing just games apparently. So no hardware stuff today, just games. So no services, no hardware. Presumably that stuff will be saved for August. I fully expect there to be one in August/September, around about time when Gamescom would be out. So I don't think we'll see anything announcements like price point. I don't think we'll see that today. I don't think we'll see anything about Xbox Live changes, anything like that. There's a rumor going around that they're going to get rid of the paid multiplayer component of Xbox Live, but we won't get any confirmation of that today, presumably, based on what they've told us. So we'll see that probably later in the summer. So welcome. If you don't know what this is all about, and what I tend to do in these shows is I give a level-headed approach, opinion to what I'm seeing, and I give you a sort of developer's point of view of what's being showcased. talking about the technology that's been shown, the gameplay, the game design, and what I predict, what my opinions are, what my thoughts, feelings, so forth. Because these are things people usually ask. So that's what we do in these live streams. So welcome. I do have chat open, so you're more than welcome to put in questions and ask me anything you like during the stream. I'll keep an eye on it. It's down here, so if I look down, that's what I'm doing. Pardon me if the green screen isn't working too great. Usually this is stuff happening at night, so the lighting's a bit easier. At the moment I'm dealing with daylight and other things, so it makes it really difficult. So we're about 10 minutes out from the start of this show. Hello everyone in the chat. We've got Kim, I can see. Hello Kim. Sans Undertale, M-Zone, Olamide. Hello everyone. Hello everyone watching on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, wherever you may be. So what can we expect from today's Xbox Showcase? There's one thing that has been confirmed, and that's the Halo Infinite, which has been strongly rumoured to be structurally different from previous Halo games. The biggest rumour is that it's all like more open, so a more open world-ish type of game. Whether it would be like Destiny or not, I don't know. But specifically, we're seeing campaign stuff today. Whether they'll show multiplayer, I have no idea. So what are some smart bets we can presume to see? We'll probably see more of Hellblade 2, which has been announced and had the first trailer out. We'll probably see Hellblade 2. I fully expect them to finally announce and release a video footage of the new Fable game. That game has been so heavily rumoured, so it is definitely happening, and the presumption is Playground Games, which is an English studio, which makes sense because Fable is a very English game, British humour. So that will be something they show. I wouldn't be surprised if that's how they end it. So they'll end it like one more thing. Here's Fable. It'll either be start or end. It'll be one of the bookends of this short show. Typically, Xbox at E3 anyway, at these sort of showcases, do quite a very, I feel do a very good job of showing a variety and breadth of games. So a large quantity of different types of games. And this is going to be doubly so when they've bought up X amount of studios. I think they're up to 13, 14 studios now. Which are all working on individual projects and all got some really cool stuff coming out. But a lot of that is unknown. So I'm interested to see what we can see from those studios. What have they been working on? There's some really cool ideas. They're really interesting studios as well. So it'd be interesting to see what they come out with. Now, presumably, Xbox have done quite well this generation, the second half of it, in turning the messaging around. They've gone into more of a pro-consumer approach. So games will be released on PC as well as Xbox, with cross-play, cross-save, cross-buy, all these things. Game Pass, day one with Microsoft Studio products. So a lot of this stuff we expect to see on PC as well. So this is not just Xbox as a console now, it's Xbox as a platform. So we may even see some PC exclusive type games in here, maybe like more Age of Empire stuff. Who knows? Probably see a Forza. We're due to see a Forza. They missed that a year, which is unlike them. Presumably because they're working on new technology. So it'd be cool to see what they're doing with Forza. Excuse me. But out of all the showings so far we've seen Sony, EA, Ubisoft. There's one thing each have really failed to deliver on, and with EA it was just games. They just weren't they were just talking too much about the games they were meant to be showing. Ubisoft felt it very safe. It's the same stuff we're seeing from them over and over again. They're not being experimental. They're not showing us up Beyond Good and Evil 2 and all these really cool, exciting products. Sony misstep was only a few minor things. One was the opening to the GTA 5 DLC. That was a bad way to start that, and I I feel like that they, yeah, overall their games weren't too bad. It kind of muddy in the middle there with some weird choices of games to showcase. They're so not memorable. I can't remember the titles of them. Just your generic third-person shooter stuff. But obviously there's some good knockouts with Ratchet and Clank and Horizon Forbidden West, I think that's called. So they got some cool stuff. I personally already prefer the look of the Xbox console compared to the PS4, the actual appearance of it. My cat just jumped on the table. Go away, cat. I'd best feed him, otherwise it's going to get really annoying. Hang on. Let me feed the cat. Oh, go away. Bloody cat. Oh, bloody cat. Hello, Paul. Which Paul are you? I've talked a few Pauls. What were the features of the PS5 controller? I didn't see it. I know they got the trigger tension stuff. What was there anything else apart from that was that stand out? I didn't watch Jeff Keighley's thing for it. Oh, hi, Paul. Hope you're doing well. And I think this is the last big showcase. Let me just check my calendar. It looks like it's the last big one, but doesn't mean they can't announce anymore. And I fully expect them to announce some more live stream stuff, especially around Gamescom time, so mid to late August. That's when I reckon we'll start seeing more stuff appear there. And that's when they announce like price and things like that. Like actual dates and price points. Yeah, I'd say very familiar. It'd be. I'll put money down on them being a new live stream in August. It'd be interesting to see who goes first because last time they announced price points, Sony were very reactionary and taking out the camera out of their bundle, so it brought the price down. Because they both consoles, if you didn't know, were going to come with the camera. So Xbox with Kinect and the PS4 with its camera thing. But rumor has it, the morning after Xbox announced their price point, they took the camera out to get a lower price point. So it'd be interesting to see who's the reactionary one here, if there's going to be any reaction there. Also, we also have the rumor that Xbox going to have two SKUs, a smaller one and a normal Series X one. I very much doubt Kim will hear price today. If we do, it would be a big shock. I really expect price points to be announced in August/September time, just because they're both watching and waiting to see what each other's doing. I reckon the smaller one will be priced at about $250, with the Series X being about $400. I reckon. I reckon they're going to try and make the small one the one that replaces the S and the X. I reckon it'd be the power of the X, but then a different form factor. I think that's what we'll see from that one. Make sure everything's working okay. Yeah. Okay. Whilst we're here, let's make sure audio is all good. So I've got music playing in the background. Actually, let's put their music on so we can get their levels right now. Let's unmute their track. Right, let me know if you want their one louder or my one lower. Let me know if that works for you. But there's music they've got playing at the moment. Let me know in chat what's good for you, and I can balance the levels a bit better for you guys. One thing I reckon Kim they'll do is what they experimented with the Xbox Series X is they'll do price plans like mobile phones. So you pay a monthly fee. I reckon you'll pay like a monthly fee. You get the console and Game Pass Ultimate, which would be a really good way of doing this because people don't have to upfront loads of cash straight away. They can pay a monthly, and then after 2 years they own the console. When presumably they could come out with a different SKU and upgrade it. They are definitely looking more like a mobile sort of system, SKU system going on, where we'll be paying monthly things and then upgrading every 2 years, if we want you to. It definitely feels like that, which I think a lot of people will take up the offer. If you could pay 30-40 quid a month, say 30 quid a month, or you can buy it up front, I'm sure, but 30 quid a month. Oh, here we go. Don't forget to let me know if the levels are a bit too wrong. If you want me to change anything, let me know. So it looks like we're going to start with Halo. I think this is going to be Halo starting off. This looks like Halo art design. Yeah, it is. I reckon we'll end on Fable then.
Even though this technology will save humanity in the war to come.
It's showing the creation of the mold in a suit.
Liquid crystal cannot rise on its own. Titanium alloy cannot prevail in the face of extinction. Armor cannot hope. It all means nothing until you step inside.
That was pretty, but let's actually see it. Let's go. Come on. Live demo? Well, that's live, but a demo, gameplay demo. Nice touch.
Already? I must be. I mean, this is a punishment, right?
After we lost.
Yep, this is death.
Yeah, this is an in-game.
No! No! No, 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 no!
This game will be coming out on Xbox One as well.
This isn't happening. I'm going to have to make an emergency landing. Hold on, Chief. No!
They also built a whole new engine for this game apparently, called the Slip Space engine.
You don't get to tell me what to do. You don't get to tell me anything. We're... Are you even listening?
I count 3 anti-aircraft cannons.
3 what?
You'll be safe here.
Oh, I'll be safe. Safe? I haven't been safe since I found you. I found you, remember? You were out there on your own, and you'd still be out there if it wasn't for me. I thought I was going home.
There won't be a home if we don't stop the Banished.
You keep saying
Banished?
we're outgunned, outnumbered. I
How was
know
the Banished?
there's condors over there. I'm going to dig through them and find one with the working sleep space drive. And when you're done with this war, we'll get away from here. Far away.
Wait here.
Oh, please. Let me see what I can find.
Cannons first. When I get back, we can look. Together.
Okay, big guy.
Okay, smooth transitions. So all the cutscenes are rendered in game at real time. This looks a lot more open already. Like, this field's massive. This is when they show off how open it is. It's going to be like, I reckon it's going to be like almost like Borderlands style then. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Looks like Halo. Which is cool. Halo's a great shooter. I want to know more about this structural difference. Though the structural difference is cool, interesting. I want to know if it's any good. So you can shoot bits of armor off of them. Equipment's back, okay. Grappling hook. That's new. So the grappling hook is new. I've seen that one before. I wonder if you can use it for maneuverability as well as combat. Find yourself swinging around like Doom style. Yeah, look, I reckon. Yeah. Okay, so they're showing that off because you can. I'm guessing they say you can walk around all of that. It's cool. It's a different. It's always good to see something different. You could have played it safe and just done Halo 6 campaign multiplayer. But it's nice to know they're changing things up a bit. And that's a new gun, I think. And presumably this is a launch title too. Yeah, see. That's cool. Oh. Kim, yeah, I'll say like that's one thing that's worrying me about the PS5. Their launch titles are iffy. We're not too sure what we're seeing. I'm guessing Ratchet and Clank will be a launch title, but that's about all I could guess.
Scattered, hunted, defeated by me.
The graphics aren't great here. They're good, but they're not mind blowing different. That may be just a victim of it being cross gen and just years in development. But this is something we're going to see this year. Things like Horizon and all of that stuff, that's not out for years to come.
The auditorium as well. The Harbinger and the Banished share the same goal. We fight together to honor the will of Atriox. But without challenge, I grew weary, lost, alone. Here you now stand. This is my last fight. A true test of legends. Our story will outlive us both. Set a fire in your heart, Spartan. Bare your fangs. Fight hard. Die well.
Yeah, graphically it's not a knockout the park sort of thing, but I feel like Halo's never been that. It's more Halo's always had great art design and gameplay. That's always felt good to play. So I was never expecting great art, great graphics from them.
Halo Infinite's campaign. I'm incredibly proud of the team at 343, and we're thrilled to share a hint of the epic battles that await you on the next chapter of Master Chief's journey. This is the most ambitious campaign we've ever created at 343. For the first time, players will have the freedom to explore a mysterious new Halo ring that's several times larger than our last two Halo games combined. Halo Infinite has been built from the ground up to take full advantage of Xbox Series X. Bigger battles, epic vistas, more complex visual effects, displayed with 10 times the processing power per pixel of Halo 5. This will be running at a flawless 60 frames per second and will allow us to bring the Halo ring
60 FPS would be good.
Never been possible before. We look forward to sharing even more about Halo Infinite in the coming months, including the first look at multiplayer. And now, please enjoy a glimpse of what others in the Xbox Game Studios family have been working on.
DY, do you want to increase my volume or theirs? Increase theirs a little bit. Bring mine down a bit. So Premiere, what's this then? I've tweaked the video audio. Let me know if it's any better or need a bit more. No idea what this is. Maybe a new IP. Like, if I didn't know what Far Cry 6 was already, you would assume this is like a Far Cry type game, but... Ah. Cool. Alright. That is the case, cool. That would be like a 2021, I reckon.
Welcome
game.
everyone to the Xbox Game Showcase. Today, we're showing games from 9 of our 15 Xbox game studios, including unveils of 5 new first-party games. What
Cool.
you'll see today is how Xbox game studios are
They've
harnessing
invested
their passions
so
to
much
bring
money
their dreams
in
to
the
life.
Xbox. It's unreal.
We believe that how you find and play your games is as important as the device you play them on. Xbox Game Pass is the best way to discover and play, and we want you to be able to experience as many great games as possible. So Game Pass members, you can play every game you see today from your subscription or free to play. These games will look and play best on Xbox Series X,
Awesome.
delivering
Game Pass
unmatched
is
fidelity,
just
performance,
top notch.
precision, and immersion. And we've designed the most consistently powerful next-generation console. And we've built state-of-the-art platform technology to allow every developer to realize their full vision. One studio that has always pushed the limits of our hardware is Turn 10. And they're early in development on the next Forza Motorsport. And Xbox Series X is bringing them closer to their dream of unprecedented realism with ray tracing and native 4K resolution, all at 60 frames per second. The
It's the
trailer you're about
4K
to
at
see
60. That's the
was
cool
captured
bit of this stuff.
completely in-engine.
In-engine
World
4K
premiere.
60 FPS. Ray tracing, all of it. That's it. That's some beef behind it. Question is, are we gonna get like a Forza Motorsport or Forza Horizon? I'm guessing Motorsport. I tend to lead the way first, so. So racing games, ray tracing is going to help you massively with things like reflections and all that stuff you see on the road with the water and things like that. Like you wouldn't be able to do this now, so. Okay. Sea of Thieves stuff? Or is this gonna be the new one? Oh, Everwild. Is it Yeah, Everwild. Rare, one of my all-time favourite studios.
Has a rhythm.
Yeah, Everwild.
We all sense it. But only a few truly feel it. It is found in the smallest moments. In every step of a perilous journey. In the symmetry of ritual.
This is a pretty looking game.
In the bonds we share.
Very Ghibli-esque.
And in moments of stillness.
So wanna know what this game is.
It teaches us to look beyond.
Is it like
the
an action
expected.
adventure, RPG?
To be a light in dark places. To seek answers. And to
Oh, look at
stand
that.
watch
That's
over
nice.
our world.
Yes, this will be exclusive. This is rare, so it's
Our
exclusive.
world has a rhythm. We all sense it. But only a few truly feel it.
Just what is it? What do you do with it? I'm going to assume it is like you control 3 people RPG style game with real-time combat and
Everwild
stuff.
will give to you a magical and untamed natural world for you to explore and to just truly lose yourself in. It's a place to be eternal. And Eternal has the gift to sense and feel how magic flows through nature and connects every living thing. The team here at Rare
This is going to be a
are
ways
so
off yet. We
excited
won't
to
see
working
this.
on something like
Don't know if
Everwild.
I wonder if we'll even
And
see
I
it
hope
next
you're
year. It might be the year
excited
after.
too. But I just want to take this opportunity to say a massive, massive thank you to everyone who's shown their support and love.
I reckon in
And for the
2022,
incredible,
early
awesome,
2022.
positive community that's already growing around this game. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Whoa. I just got hit with a flood of memories.
Love you, Mom.
You seen what I'm seeing?
Mom?
Allison?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like
Doesn't matter
same guys who done Life is
that they
Strange.
don't believe us.
We all believe
It's
that
just
what
too
happened
early to
was
show
self-inflicted,
gameplay, Kim. They're not going to show it until it's ready.
but we couldn't be sure.
So it's not out for a long time yet, so don't have to worry about it. Just keep teasing it.
It doesn't matter that they kept us apart.
Brother, sister, we look out for each other.
It doesn't matter that finding the truth feels impossible.
We're all done with fairy tales.
The only thing that matters is you're my brother. And the only way to move forward.
I wonder if this are they carrying on with Life is Strange? Is this Life is Strange 3 or is it something like an
We've
offshoot
been
like it did
getting
before?
these visions whenever we see or hear something really emotional.
I've heard these games are good. I've never actually sat down and played Life is Strange 1 or 2.
Just got thrown out the window.
I've heard good things.
She loved you.
She attacked you. We both saw it.
I thought coming here would be closing a chapter of our lives.
Nothing good comes from stirring up old memories.
We don't really have a choice about that.
There's always a choice, son.
I can't do this. Stop!
Okay, so it's a new IP, but it's going to be like a Life is Strange type game. Oh wow, okay, that's next month. Okay, well done.
Ori?
Another Ori game already?
Hey everyone, my name is Gennady.
Can't be. Must
I'm
be
the
like DLC.
co-founder and director of technology at Moon Studios. Today we're very excited to tell you that we're working on a very special version of Ori and the Will of the Wisps, specifically for Xbox Series X. We're now at a time where we can reach levels of fidelity and frame rates previously absolutely impossible on
I hope
any
so. The
console.
frame rate of the
An
Will of
already
Wisp wasn't
gorgeous
great.
game like
It kept
Ori
dipping.
Can now run at 120 Hz refresh rate.
Holy
in
hell.
Full 4K HDR in its highest quality, delivering unprecedented game feel with silky smooth animation, super crisp, sharp image, and low input latency, which is just so important.
Now, when you
for
run
the
it
tightly
120 frames per
precise platform
second,
feel
there's
of this
two
game.
reasons why you would do
We
that.
can also boost the
One would be if you're doing
immersion in
3D.
different spaces in our world.
Secondly, which is
premium
more
audio tech
probably
that we
likely,
previously
is it
just
allows
could
you to
not
drop
simulate
frames and the
in
TV
real
won't
time.
notice. Because
And with
most
all
TVs
this
run at
crazy
60
hardware
Hz, so you're not going to see it go
we
any
can
faster
give
than that.
our players more options
Unless you plug it into a
with how they
PC
want
monitor,
to
they
play
tend to
our
run
game.
faster.
We can't
Um,
wait for all of you to
So
experience this
that's why we
very
don't even
special
go higher than
version of
60
Ori,
typically, because
coming to Xbox
TVs
Series
don't
X and
refresh
smart
faster.
delivery later this year.
So 60 Hz is the max it would be. So 120, if you're doing 120 frames per second, it gives you that sort of leeway to drop frames if you need to. But maybe they're going to support the ability to plug in a PC monitor, or make it as a PC release as well. Private Division. They are. Who are they? They are.
From
Oh yes.
the furthest reaches of the universe comes the
Yeah,
biggest
Outer
mystery in the galaxy.
Outer
An
Worlds.
abandoned research facility, and now shady
This will be some
corporate
DLC.
intrigue.
Marvel.
I need to finish this game. I really liked it. I just didn't finish it.
A sordid stopover, full of salacious secrets and scandalous strangers. Greetings, attractive patron. You are looking downright unlawful today. With the right kind of case,
They wanted us to develop a miracle drug.
can put you on the wrong side of a gun. Or sword. Or this thing. Thrills. Danger.
Yeah, I need to play this again. I need to finish this game.
Go, Captain? Trust no one.
Just been so busy, haven't had time to play much.
On Gorgon.
So it's a new planet.
This unit cannot bring you any drinks in its current state.
Yeah, okay, cool. I wonder if that'd be free to play. If it says on Game Pass, then yeah, I guess it would have to be, surely.
If you're waiting
I really want to try this. I always like the look of this game.
of the year,
It's such a good idea.
wait for Cyberpunk. But if you're
Yeah.
ready for the smallest, we've got you covered. From Obsidian
It just looks cool.
Entertainment, the makers of games that are nothing like this one. This summer, strive together to thrive together. Or just feed your friend to the spiders and go solo.
I'm so up for playing this thing. It's one of those ideas you just wish you had. Like, it's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids meets Rust. Genius. I just can't wait to try that game. I think it's out very soon. Like,
At Obsidian, we're dedicated to pushing narrative and role-playing games. It's something we do every day when we come to the office, and we can't wait for you to play our next great adventure, Peril on Gorgon. It's the first of 2 planned story expansion packs for the Outer Worlds that we're putting together with our friends from the Private Division. Now, it's also important that we continue to evolve how we tell stories in games, and Grounded is the perfect example of that. The team has been working for the last 2 years on how to tell an Obsidian story within a survival game. Now, what's great is that you're going to be able to play the game on July 28th on Xbox Game Preview
that's
and on Steam Early Access.
next week.
We want to hear from you, and we want to continue to build Grounded together. Oh yeah, if you've been wondering, we have been working on that next big Obsidian RPG. Check this out.
Oh, cool. Okay.
World premiere.
Jade Empire. I'm waiting for Jade Empire. Jade Empire. Don't know what Jade Empire was. It's like KOTOR, but with martial arts.
It forged our empire. Turned heroes into queens and kings. And decimated our foes. Now our oaths are lost. Forsaken. And you must face the monsters our sins have borne.
So these guys showed that they can make a better Fallout game, and now they're going to see if they can make a better Elder Scrolls game. I'm all down for new IPs. That's got a long way off as well. That's going to be, yeah, a long way off.
Avowed is an expansive
DY, they're not.
first-person RPG
They've already
set in
said
the
ages ago they're
fantasy
not
world of
making
New York.
any exclusive
When
exclusive
Obsidian
games for
Entertainment
new
joined
Xbox Series
Studios,
X.
they told us that
These
this
games all
epic
work
game
on
is
the next one
they
and
want to
the current
make.
one.
As creators
at the
of
moment.
critically acclaimed RPGs, this is Obsidian at
The
their
way,
best.
the best way to
It is being
describe
built from
their
the
new
ground
console
up
setup
to
is
take
it's
full
like your mobile
advantage of
phone.
the power of Xbox
New games
Series
will work
X.
on the new
At
iPhone
Xbox Game
and on the
Studios,
old
we
iPhone.
also work with independent developers,
Until the old
always with
iPhone
the
can no longer
goal
run
of
them.
empowering
Essentially, that's
them
what's going to
to
happen.
bring their ideas to life. I'm
They've already
excited to announce our
discontinued
work
the
with
making of
Interior
their.
Night, a new studio led by some of
Who's
the
it?
most talented storytellers in our industry. Let's meet Caroline Marshall, studio head of Interior Night.
Yeah, so they've really
to review
discontinued
their
the making
original
of the Xbox One S and X, presumably because they don't want to sell anymore. They're going to sell on these ones, so it's already doing that mobile phone sort of setup.
Our team is really passionate about interactive
That's never happened
storytelling,
before.
because when you play a story, you step into the character's shoes. You get to experience their
I think it's a
fears,
better
their
way of going forward
hopes,
with games
their
industry.
conflicts firsthand. And in the process, you learn
And if
more
done
about
well,
yourself.
they will make a lot more money
And this
because
is quite
you're now
powerful.
buying a new console every few years
Our
rather than every
first
10.
game spans 30 years
Like your phone.
in the American Southwest. It's a story about family, resilience, and sacrifice.
And phones cost like £1,000
But most of
or
all,
$1,000.
It's about how you
So-
will shape the fate of real, flawed people trying to find their way in a world they don't fit in. I hope you enjoyed the trailer.
World premiere.
I didn't catch which studio this was. It's obviously their one, but like which sub studio was it? I don't know. Thanks, Dribbler. Thank you for your support.
We were on our way to start a new life that summer. For our family, it was just a stopover.
Interesting. So they took photographs of actual people and painted over them for this sort of comic book effect.
It was the end of the road.
On the ground, now!
The sun went down on all of us that day. Was it fate? Coincidence? No. It was a long forgotten secret, buried in the dark.
All my life.
It's an interesting style to do, but I don't know how you'd play it.
But now,
Must be like point and
I'm
click.
finally ready to step into the light. I got your letters.
Because obviously it's static, so you can't move it. So it must be point and click. Ninja Theory.
Here at Ninja
Hellblade,
Theory,
here we
we're
go.
hard at work on all of our projects, including Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, which we announced at the Game Awards back in December.
That was
An
a cool trailer as well.
incredible 3.5 million players have now experienced Senua's story in Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. We're excited to start giving you an insight into what comes next for our Celtic warrior, an experience that we'll be building in Unreal Engine 5 for Xbox Series X and PC. I'm happy to reveal today that Senua's Saga will be set in the beautiful country of Iceland. And you can find out more about our location scouting and how we've discovered the history of our setting in a brand new behind-the-scenes development diary, which you can
I said this
view
before in another
straight
live
after the
stream.
show
If you can
on
go
the
to an
Ninja
actual
Theory
location for reference images, go there. If you are doing some rocks for your game, go look at some real rocks. Go outside, find some rocks, look at them, take a load of photographs. Actually look at real life things to help you.
It's been so touching to see the
Don't
impact
just rely on
that
Google.
Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice has had on so many players, and we're incredibly thankful to all of the fans that have been part of Senua's story so far. And we're excited for you to be part of our development journey from here on out.
This looks like a double fine thing. Yep. So probably gonna see Psychonauts. Maybe.
What? Peter? Peter, he's been sitting there the whole time? Hey, who wrote the song? Peter. Oh, Peter. Fantastic work. Love the song. very much. It's gonna be fun to sing at. Now it's time to.
Yeah,
Probably
Psychonauts
been
2.
a long time since you've had a visitor. I hope you don't mind pop-ins. Where are we?
Shh. It's a quiet place.
If you haven't played Psychonauts 1, I strongly recommend it. It's a fun action platformer.
Neither skin nor bone. Just a thought is all I've got. Now my cover's low. At the bottom of a lake, a frozen feeling. When my friends pulled me back up, I started
I think this is actually the first gameplay we've seen of Psychonauts 2. It looks like Psychonauts.
Senses are the magic keys. They fill the holes I've had, unlocking all my memories, which I never.
Yeah, I like the look at that. I mean, Psychonauts 1 was fun and weird. I love Psychonauts 1. I thought Psychonauts 2 is going to be just as weird, just as cool. I'll take it.
We can't wait for you to experience the amazing games built by Xbox Game Studios. And there is just so much more for you to play on Xbox. We are partnering with thousands of creators, from the largest publishers to the smallest independent developers, to bring you the broadest variety of games ever. There is one developer in particular that is close to us, not just geographically, but in history too. I'm thrilled to announce that this fall, our friends at Bungie will bring Destiny 2 to Xbox Series X and Xbox Game Pass. If you are one of the more than 10 million Game Pass subscribers, you also get access to all current Destiny 2 expansions starting this September. For Game Pass Ultimate members, Destiny 2 will also be playable on mobile from the cloud. Later
Oh yeah,
this
if you
year,
didn't know that,
Bungie
xCloud
will
is now
also
going to be part of
release
Ultimate,
a new version of Destiny
which is
2
just
that is
brilliant.
optimized for Xbox
It
Series
works.
X.
I've been playing it.
4K
It's fine.
resolution running at 60 frames per second. Here's an all-new look at Bungie's Destiny 2 Beyond Light.
DY. I haven't yet made a video on it. It's on a to-do list. It's a matter of time, unfortunately.
I've seen terrible things born out in the darkness. Every moment brings them closer. It's time to step beyond the light.
Ice-based weapons. You're welcome, Deadshot. Okay, so that's a new release date then, because they pushed that recently.
This is Destiny 2 that you can play any way you want thanks to Xbox Game Pass. Some of the world's most inspired developers are working on games for Xbox Series X.
That's good though. Kind of Game Pass. Live games suit Game Pass very well.
Empower both new and experienced creators to bring the future of games to life like never before. Unique perspectives, unexpected innovations, and fresh voices that demand to be heard and that we can't wait for you to discover. All of the games you're about to see are being built to launch exclusively on Xbox consoles. Thanks and enjoy.
World premiere.
So these are the third-party stuff. DUI, there's no such thing as a console war. Don't feed the trolls, don't feed the bait. Games are games. Play them where you will play them. So this is coming out on Xbox Series X, presumably Xbox One as well, and PC. Wherever this is. Horror game? Stalker 2? Holy shit. Wow, okay, that came out of nowhere.
World premiere.
Man, I thought Stalker was dead and buried. That's not... Damn, okay. Interesting. I love your post-apocalyptic.
My Lord Inquisitor, I've reached a term of prime and begun our investigations. Our recon squad has been sent into sub-level 6 of the Hive to determine the full
Warhammer.
extent of the unrest.
The Warhammer games?
I'll
Is it
know more
Warhammer games?
when they make it back.
They don't look like Warhammer. I could be wrong. I'm not really up on it. It is Warhammer, okay.
If they make it back.
So a squad-based shooter? '21.
World premiere.
It's also saying launch exclusive, meaning that these games will launch on console, like Xbox consoles first, and then probably PS5 like a year later.
Something changed, my heart could not contain the miracle of this world and all that it creates. With every passing day, the winds might grow strong.
This is Tetris Effect. Is it? If so, it's not a launch exclusive, it's on PlayStation. Unless they're making a non-VR one. Yeah, it's a non VR Tetris Effect. Iffy wording on that because it is technically on PSVR. And this isn't a sequel. This looks the same though. And it's pretty sure the same song as well. Oh shit, it's multiplayer. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, that's new. Connected. So, console, I wonder if the other versions on the VR
World
headsets
premiere.
and things like that will get an update then, or DLC to do that. Interesting way of word. I'm not too sure what's going to happen there if you've got like on PSVR. What's the difference with that?
Approaching orbit. Scans a no-go. Sure you want to drop here?
Deadshot. I remember all those functions and nodes. I don't remember all of them. I just practice.
Another good-for-nothing space rock?
Whoa. Hold on, let me check.
Find anything good?
Vex, you're not gonna believe this. Ouch! What the?
Unfortunately, there's nothing I can really do much about the lag. Sorry. This looks pretty. The gunk. Sure. It looks cool. I like the art style. Blueber. Don't recognise the name.
It all starts with a dead girl. A forest. The moon. Scent of pines. And then the gunshot. Every story has two sides. A regular, rational one, but also a darker and deeper truth. Not unlike a nightmare. I can see
Okay.
both. Worse, I can live them.
Interesting. Okay.
Hello? Anyone there?
Is this Silent Hill? No, but it could they could have slapped Silent Hill title on this and it would have believed it. No, it's sort of like Stranger Things, isn't it? Definitely inspired by that. what to say about that. It looked interesting. In there, sort of the duality of it. I'd be interested to see how that plays out. PSO, okay. This is already out. It's like an updated version. I don't know. I have no idea. Okay. Wait, is this a whole new PSO? I think it might be. I think they have made a whole new PSO. I'm not too sure. I'm not big. I haven't really played PSO. If you don't know what PSO is an MMO RPG with this sort of action combat. New Genesis. So it is an expansion, I guess. Hello. From Russia. Hello. I have no idea how to even begin to pronounce your name. Deadshot, only do a Masters in Game Development if it's going to output you with a good portfolio of work. Look at that stuff more so than the actual qualification. Remedy. Oh, okay. So yeah, okay. So Crossfire is a game. I think it's out now. It's multiplayer is out now, but Remedy are making the single player component of it, which is interesting. It's a different way of doing it, but Remedy do good single player stuff. So.
We make our own path. We protect our own.
Can you protect me from fate?
No worries, Deadshot.
Soon, the entire world will burn, all because of him.
The ghost is here! Today,
let's keep my eye on that one.
10 world premieres and 22 console
So
launch
looks like we're wrapping up. So I'm guessing we're going to show one final game, and I'm guessing it's going to be Fable. If it's not Fable, I mean, what the hell? I don't even know anymore.
In the subscription or free to play. This is just a peek at some of the new titles coming to Xbox Series X. And some of the games you already love and some you have yet to play will also be optimized for Xbox Series X. Games like Forza Horizon 4, Gears 5, and Sea of Thieves. You'll get the next-gen upgrade.
That's what's important about Xbox is playing, because it is that mobile style delivery. All your games, well, the majority of your games will be able to play forwards as well.
Series X and Game Pass, Xbox is the place to play, and you are at the center of everything we do. Now, you may have noticed we didn't get to visit all of our Xbox game studios today. That means we'll have more to share later this year. But until then, here's one more thing.
Fable.
World
Please be Fable.
premiere.
Show me Fable. Tree's a good sign. It's Fable. Okay, here we go.
The world is filled with stories of legendary heroes.
So it looks like they're going to go back to the fantasy RPG and get away from the mechanical bits, maybe.
Of fantastical creatures and wondrous places where nature and magic live in perfect harmony. Not all stories have happy endings.
But the humour still
has yet to be written.
Oh, show more than that. No, show more than that. Damn it. Okay, so that looks like it's the end because this is the repeat of the. It's gonna be the wrap-up video, isn't it? Okay. Turn down their audio a bit. Let me just. Okay, so interesting showing there from Xbox. I wish we saw more Fable. I reckon they could have shown more of that. But it's good we finally got acknowledgement that it exists. Halo looks interesting structurally. I want to try that out. I wonder if it's going to hold up as good as, especially the original trilogy. But overall, I'm fairly happy with what I saw there. It's good to see stuff from Obsidian coming back. Looks like they are tackling that Elder Scrolls game now. They nailed Fallout, so they're going to now Elder Scrolls. And some of these games look interesting. I just wish we saw more information from them and knew more about what they are. I think we need more like deep dive type videos. So it'd be nice if they had like videos in the coming month or so where each one of these games has a little deep dive reveal, talk about what they're doing. It's a decent amount of games show off in a video, so not too bad. But I think where people are going to have issue with Xbox compared to PS5 is that transition period, because Xbox are going for this more mobile phone type delivery of their SKUs. People will have to get used to that idea, and people are more than happy to shell out every 2 years £1,000 for a new phone. So I'm sure people will be happy to do it for a console too. But this idea of transferring your games forwards is great. The idea that everything that you play now, you can play next year on a new console, upgraded. It's a great idea. Something that Sony haven't really committed to fully. So it'd be good to see them actually commit to that from their side of things. As I said, we're not going to see price point today or anything like that, or any hardware stuff, nothing like that. That'll come later. I'm assuming end of August, but we won't know until later in the months. But yeah, interesting. Okay. I say my highlight for that video was probably Halo. Actually, it's the one I'm most excited to try out because it is so different structurally. I want to see how that structure works in a Halo game. Halo's been, I reckon it will do quite well because Halo is typically quite an open game anyway. So it will suit an open world environment more so than say Call of Duty would. Call of Duty is all about the bottlenecks and things like that, whereas Halo is more about here's a big field with some vehicles, go nuts, see you in the next field. That open environment should be an interesting change of pace to that game. I just hope it keeps up that momentum, because if you're working with bottleneck sort of level design, linear level design, you can control the drama, the action a lot better. Whereas open world, you can't do so much. So again, be interesting to see what happens there. Anyway, thank you for joining me today for this live stream. I've got to shoot off and start doing dinner for my children because it is now dinner time. So thank you very much for joining us tonight, and I'll see you all next time.